What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the kvegaskickz Light Armory Blue. This is the God Killer batch from Kickwho. Before we get into them, I want to remind you that this video and all the other content on my channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you're new to the channel, guys, if you'll go ahead and like and subscribe while you're here, I really appreciate that. It is so helpful. You can then be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at kvegaskickz. Guys, I appreciate the support. Let's take a look at these new Kobes. So if you keep up with my channel, thank you so much. You know that I've reviewed this shoe twice before, the S2 batch and then the original KB, which was nice but ended up having some flaws as far as the coloring. The S2 was pretty good. Obviously the S2 normally has some higher scale lining, etc., but thankfully got this God Killer in hand. Typically my favorite for Kobes. Let me show you where I picked these up from. Again, of course, Kickwho. You can see their information, including that discount code KVEGAS. Of course, that will be in the description. Be sure to use that. I know they'll take care of you. And let's see how they did with these kvegaskickz. So you do have your kvegaskickz outsole. This one is a nice solid white rubber compound. So this is great for traction. I have already had these out on the court. They do squeak right out of the box for those of you that want to know that. So there's a shot of that. So traction's really good. Being the kvegaskickz like 3.0 God Killer batch, it does have the updated traction pattern back here in the heel. And what I mean by that is as these go up in sizes, the larger sizes have a different traction pattern back here at the heel. Most of the other batches don't do that. I've heard that Star batch does. I don't have any Star kvegaskickz, so I can't confirm that, but the God Killer definitely does. Of course, you got your real carbon fiber looking good. That midsole, nice glossy finish to it. It does have that same kind of textured feel to it that the S2 did. Something that I hadn't really seen on a kvegaskickz before that I recall. So, I mean, you can actually see it's not just the feel. You can see like little nubs in the paint or whatnot. And like I said, the S2 had that also. So going around to the medial side, looking pretty clean. And the toe cap area, of course, you got your phenomenon in white. Looks great. Now, as far as the fit and the comfort of the shoe, these are a men's size 13, which is my natural size, and they fit great. Like any of my other God Killers, I don't think I've ever had one that did not fit like retail, and they fit great. I would tell you to go with your normal Kobe size. Unless you're a wide footer, then you might want to go up half size, because the Kobes generally are a little bit more narrow. Comfort-wise, these are going to stick with your Protro setup. So you are going to get a top-loaded Zoom Turbo unit up here in the forefoot. Nothing back here in the heel except for this Cushlon, but it is nice for impact protection. And I will say with this new 3.0 build that they're doing, the Zoom Turbo units don't feel quite as stiff out of the box, in my opinion, that I've gotten. So they don't take the same kind of break-in time, at least for me, before that Zoom Turbo starts to feel more responsive. Now the upper of the shoe, of course, you have your micro mesh with the polyurethane scale overlays. The scales are in a matte finish. And that's another thing that Kickwho has improved upon with this 3.0 is the overall feel. The upper, much more pliable and soft right out of the box, not quite as stiff. The scale lining, I think, is a very good height, not too high or low. I think it's appropriate. And you can see that kind of gradient fade on there. Looks good. You do have your Light Armory Blue laces over top of the torch tongue. And then up at the top of the tongue, another thing that I think the God Killer batch gets better than any other is the overall shape of this tongue. You get that nice tight spiral. Memory foam feels good. And then you have that Shizuku glossed out, pressed in perfectly to the tongue. You see it's almost like flush with the tongue. They did a really good job on that. Same thing here at your ankle lining. Nice and sleek, not too wide like some of the other batches. And again, that's being nitpicky. A lot of those things won't matter as much on foot, but when comparing batch by batch, you got to look at those kind of things. Your swoosh does have a little bit of an overspray effect on it. Looks good. And then you've got some synthetic leather back here at the heel. Almost has a sheen, nice finish to it. It's very soft though. And again, I've already had these on foot, so when you see this leather kind of wrinkled up, that's why it would not have looked like that out of the box. And then the back of the shoes, really nice shape. You got that nice tapered going up to this padding. It's another thing that 3.0 has improved upon, the overall height. Not that this particular colorway would have come in a 2.0, but had it come in a 2.0 and you could see them side by side, this heel counter would have been a little bit lower. This wouldn't have quite as nice of a taper to it, and this wouldn't be shaped quite as nice. I have some other videos on my channel, like with the Grinch or reverse Grinch, some of the things that were a 2.0 and now a 3.0. I have them compared if you're interested in seeing that. But yeah, the 3.0 looks great. Got your heel counter with your signature, and then the medial side looks perfect. Again, really good height on that scale lining. Let's check out the left one. Looks good as well. Again, one of the things that jumps out right away is the lining, the scale height. I mean, that looks great. I don't think, you know, I think that's spot on. Not too high or too low. Back of the shoes, perfect. And this is such a clean colorway, especially for me. I'm a UNC fan, and these definitely, in my opinion, have that kind of UNC vibe with those light blues and the white. So I was very excited to get a good quality batch of these. I'd reviewed the S2 before, which was great, but those weren't actually for me. So outsole looks good with your Shizuku and the carbon fiber. And there's another shot of that tongue. Again, perfectly shaped. They do such a good job on that. And let's see if we can see in the strobel here the outlines of that Zoom Turbo. I can see it. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera where that Zoom Turbo unit starts. Of course, up in this area. All right, and then you got the gray strobel, and then there is your size tag. These did just come with regular tissue paper inside, of course, pretty standard for a Kobe. And then our insole, as per usual for a 6, is that mold to your foot insole. This is just the light blue with that blue Shizuku, and of course it is for the appropriate size, men's 13. So the shoes, in my opinion, look perfect. Let's set them over to the side and check out the packaging. You do get the 3rd generation Protro box, so that glossy scale pattern with the gold foil signature on the lid. That looks going to continue around. You got your Shizuku, your branding, some branding on the bottom, little window, another Shizuku, and your box label on this one is Kobe 6 Protro, Light Armory Blue and White, men's 13. Of course, you're going to get your black look inside the lid, and then that new tissue paper, the gold foil, the black, with white tissue paper underneath that. Nothing else inside the box. The box, as you can see, was very well protected in shipping, which is pretty standard for Kickwho. I think I can count on one hand the number of shoes I've ever gotten from them where the box was damaged. You know, they do a really good job taking care of it. So I always appreciate that. And the shoes, again, I think look perfect. No question the best batch of these that I have gotten in hand, and very excited about it. So anyway, guys, that's my unboxing review of this Kobe 6 Light Armory Blue in the God Killer batch. I hope that you enjoyed the review and that it was helpful for you. Let me know what you think about this pair in the comments. Be sure to follow me on my other socials, and be on the lookout, guys, because we've got a lot more of these reviews coming your way.